Good evening, Geminis, and welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. If you're new to my channel, I certainly appreciate both your viewership as well as your subscriptions. And to you loyals out there, welcome back. Okay? So, what I'd like to do for you guys this evening is to give you more of a special topics type reading. Okay? Now, you've recently seen readings that I've posted that assisted you in changing the trajectory of your life. So, with this reading, I'm not only going to assist you in doing just that, but I also like to focus and hone in more specifically on assisting you in healing Gemini, particularly the fear and anxiety that you guys, many of you have been clinging along or holding a little bit too comfortably and in or ancestral patterns and or karma that you might want to kind of release or let go here as you transform your life. So I'm not really focusing on any specific topics here, of course. We're certainly we're gonna um, just discuss whatever comes out here. All right. And so with this reading, I like to focus on six important areas here. Okay, first I like to focus on the area that I'm feeling that you most need to really put more attention on. Secondly, I like to examine what you might be denying. Okay. Third, I would like to examine what would really help you move forward if it was really something that you really understood and embraced. And four, I like to just examine what your next step would be or what your next step, the step that you really need to take. And fifth, I would like to examine a potential challenge in taking that step. And last but not least, I like to examine what could potentially be the blessing that you're going to be gaining here from taking that step here. So again, we're just going to be open-minded with this reading, okay? I'm just going to get these cards out and just shuffle up and basically see whatever that comes up here. But rest assured, I'm quite sure something romantic is going to come out because most of you Gemini, you've been kind of dealing with a lot of that. And it's been a rather stressful situation here. So let's see. Spirit, what message would you have for Gemini at this time? And Gemini, rest assured that this message may not resonate for each and every one of you. This is rather a message that is meant just for you. If it does resonate, remember to like and share, subscribe if you've yet to subscribe, okay? So, Spirit, what message do you have for Gemini? Okay, let's go on and just look at the cards that fell to the bottom of the deck here. All right. We have as our first card, assimilate life experience, ladies and gentlemen. So, this card is indicating to me that you, Gemini, need to be aware of what you kind of allow to really impact your life. I feel that some of you might even feel you are experiencing, problems after problems in some aspect of your life, okay? Particularly romantic, I'm kind of feeling. And this card is really urging you to really surrender to creating balance, boundaries. Embrace change, even if it means letting some people go here, which I feel that a lot of you have done so. And it also tells you, Gemini, to really let go of worry, let go of any guilt that you guys have been feeling, and also open your heart up for love here. You also have listened to your intuition. It's very important that as you transform, that you continue to trust your thoughts. Don't second guess yourself, particularly with regards to a situation that has been plaguing you. Okay? But you need to become a bit more objective. Try to take your feelings out of the situation, okay? See the other's point of view. Again, I'm kind of feeling this is more associated with a romantic situation, perhaps even connected with an estranged ex I'm getting here. Okay, just become a bit more objective about what has happened and see through new eyes that I'm getting with that card too. Also, understand that you have to love your body first, okay? Don't be tempted and to making haphazard decisions due to your desire for lust. Okay? Be sure what it is that you want and respect and honor your temple. Okay? When you're seeing that card there. Okay? And just as I uh, kind of stressed from the onset, it's time that you create appropriate boundaries, not only in your romantic situation, but in all aspects here. Don't be a pushover. Don't let people take advantage of you. Okay? Create appropriate boundaries, and you have to do that from the onset, not only with friendships, but in romantic situations here. And it's time for many of you to break an addiction here. Okay? For some of you, it could be drugs. Okay, it also could be you drinking extremely too much here. Or it could even be you constantly obsessing over someone who is no longer present here. Okay, it's time for you to release those toxic patterns, Geminis, that has have been really holding you back here. Okay, it's time that you minimize guilt. This is suggesting that it's time that Gemini, either you forgive someone or you might need to make steps towards forgiving here. So this reading, it seems to be suggesting that you follow your intuition, and it's all about surrendering here, forgiving, and moving on and embracing change here. Okay? And it's also about all about learning, from your karma here. What do you learn from the situation again? It's time that you, if someone has hurt you, do something nice for others. You don't have to, kind of go around and be this pessimistic type person because of, how, uh, because of, how things kind of turned out with you, in a situation here. All right. So let's move on and start. Those were the bottom cards that I selected here. So let's start with the first question. What area does Gemini most need to focus on at this time here? And this reading, ladies and gentlemen, is valid until the end of June here. Okay? So the card that I pull here is that you need to experience rebirth. And what that means is, Gemini, is that you need to focus more on your inner world. Okay? Because a transformation is certainly needed here with this card. And this transformation requires you to go in a new direction here. Okay, it doesn't require you to kind of stay, you know, feeling, just at a fork in the road, or just feeling like immobilized. It's time for you to go on and move in a new direction, as well as Gemini. It's time that you learn to really accept what is, you know? It's time for you to accept yourself just as you are. It's time to stop clinging to the past because you're missing a lot of opportunities here. And you won't be able to move beyond the past until you forgive, Gemini. That's very important. So let's look at what you might be denying that you may not be aware of. Okay, the card that I selected here is it's a yes here. So, this card becomes very suspicious here. So, this card is saying yes to you and to your life here. You don't know what's really healthy for you, it seems, many of you. Okay, some of you are, again, I have to stress this, you're clinging to the past, and you're missing out on opportunities here. And I feel that a lot of you may be or have been thinking, is it best to go in a new direction? The answer is yes. You shouldn't go back here. Okay? This card is telling you that it's time to start nurturing yourself a bit more. You know? If this is a new love interest, Gemini, that many of you have just met, then you are urged to kind of move forward, but at a slow pace here. Okay? Not fast. Just take your time to get to know the person. All right? So let's discuss your third question here. Okay. What would really help Gemini move forward if it were something that Gemini understood and really fully embraced? Okay. We have ennoble your soul, Gemini. And so, what that is suggesting here is that, you need to really start taking a bit more accountability for results, for your actions, okay? And be more selfless that I'm getting, and always act honorably, okay? And you have to, in doing so, it's time that you learn to speak from a place of love, all right? So let's look at your fourth question here is that, what is the next step that Gemini really need to take here? Okay. We have reverse disassociation, Gemini. So it's time that is you learn or realize that it's certainly okay for you to feel here. Again, I can't stress it enough. It's time for you to let go of the pain here. You see these clouds here that's kind of in here in the reading here, and it's more smooth. It's a lot smoother on the other side. You have to let go of that pain, and it's time that you be a bit more authentic with your feelings here to avoid you getting hurt. You know, in the future here, it seems that you guys bottle up things a bit too much. It's time that you stop being cowardice and speak your damn truth, right? Okay. So let's move on to your fifth question. What could be a challenge for Gemini should they decide to take this next step here? So we have here, listen to your guardian angel. So you and we all know what that entails here. So the challenge for you is really trusting your intuition because you guys are have very, very good intuitive faculties. And you need to trust your inner hearing a bit more. It seems that you second guess yourself. It's time that you learn to embrace change, which might also prove to be or has proven to be a challenge for you guys because you fear changing. It's like some of you have just been so gotten so comfortable being where you are that you just don't want to get up and change, and you may have allowed yourself to be in certain situations that no longer serve your existence, Gemini. Okay? It's time that you listen and trust because certainly your angel will definitely, in fact, guide you in the right direction. Okay? Now let's look at your sixth question. Okay, what could potentially be the blessing for Geminis should they really do this or consider taking this next step here? We have relinquish control here. Okay, so the blessing that I'm seeing that's going to come out of this is that you're going to finally realize you need to stop being so controlled. Your need to control it simply is going to diminish. I'm getting okay. I feel that you're going to stop feeling as vulnerable as you've been feeling, and you're going to begin to I feel trust a bit more. That's what these cards are kind of suggesting. All right. So I'm going to go on and just take out another deck of cards here just to just give you a few more things, Gemini, that you might want to consider because this is all about transforming. It's all about changing, the trajectory of how your life has been going here. So we want to also take a peek at a few things by shuffling up this card to kind of see what you might want to also consider doing or surrendering to assist in transforming your life. So, Spirit, what additional messages would you like me to share with Gemini? And again, Gemini, this reading is valid until the end of June here. And I will be posting very interesting readings for you guys for your birthday. So, as you can see, I'm getting you started right now. Okay? So, Spirit, what additional messages would you like me to share with Gemini in terms of what they might want to do to surrender negative energy? Okay. Well, off the top, we get surrender to joy here. Because it seems that you, as along with myself, we've been going through a very tumultuous period for some time now. It's time for us to jump for joy, surrender to joy. It's time, Gemini, that you learn to keep a positive change in your life and really let the joy shaver in here. It's time that you just think positively. It's time that you indulge in random acts of smiling because doing both the hard as well as the easy times, it'll bring more joy. I know sometimes it's very difficult to do this, but think positive, which is what this card is suggesting. Okay? It's time that you surrender your attachments to results here. Okay? Because the formula for success is to really do all that you can do to really make things happen. And once you do that, Gemini, the next step is to just simply let it go. Let go of the results. Because holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can certainly sabotage it, and it usually does. Okay? It's time that you learn to surrender your ego. Stop being so modest. Cultivate gratitude and be of more service to others. And allow that service to come from your heart. Because a big ego can really work against you, particularly in friendships, okay? But certainly humility will always further your goals here, okay? For some of you, you might even surrender to non action here because now is the time to, as the cards have echoed the messages that we've shared here tonight, is now is the time to be still and not act. Listen to your intuition. Simply breathe and focus on your own power and let others come to you if they are meant to do so. And last but not least, Gemini, during this time period, it's time that you surrender to complete healing. Open fully to the love and compassionate forces of the universe that really support your physical, your emotional, as well as your spiritual healing. All right? So I'd like to leave you tonight in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, with a message simply meant for you from Spirit here. So we're going to see what message Spirit would like to share with you from my postcards here. So Spirit, what final message would you like me to leave with Gemini during this time period in question here? Okay, let's see. All right. Here you go. And I'm going to go on and read it as it is written. Dear wonderful you, intimacy is scary sometimes. It means you have to let someone else get to know the real you, not the perfect, flawless mask you wear for others. No, it's time to reveal the cool one, the passionate one, the imperfect one that is totally you without artifice or walls. Yes, you will be exposed and vulnerable for a time, but it will be so worth it. This is the only way you will know true closeness with others, and you will also be close to Spirit and to us. There's amazing freedom that comes when you let go and just be yourself with another or even a group. Release from the invisible bindings that keep you from intimacy is truly empowering. So, may we support you wholeheartedly in this choice. You'll know yourself better and, we hope, learn to love yourself as much as we do. Life is about who are with others. So share it. You will be so glad you did. Loving you so, so much. Okay? So, Geminis, this is what I have for you. Again, this reading is valid until the end of next month. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, Gemini, please take a few moments to subscribe. Okay? If you'd like to send me over comments, I certainly like to hear those. And if you like a more personal reading, I'm here. You can contact me at will.brown@watconsultinginc.net. All right? Do have a nice evening. And once again, I look forward to hearing your comments. Thanks.